In the heart of the southern United States, where the swamps are thick with moss and the air is heavy with humidity, there lies a small, isolated town tucked away from prying eyes. Deep in the backwoods, where the trees loom tall and the shadows grow long, lurks a sinister presence, a presence that has haunted the town for generations. Legend has it that deep in the heart of the swamp, there lives a family of cannibals, their hunger for human flesh driving them to commit unspeakable acts of horror. Known only as the Southern Cannibal, they are said to prey upon unsuspecting travelers who wander too far from the safety of civilization, their twisted appetites consuming all who dare to cross their path. One fateful night, a group of friends set out on a road trip through the southern backwoods, eager to explore the mysteries that lay hidden within the swamp. But as they ventured deeper into the wilderness, they quickly realized that they were not alone, that something sinister was stalking them from the shadows. With each passing mile, the air grew heavier with the stench of decay, and the trees seemed to close in around them like gnarled fingers grasping for their souls. And then, just as they reached the heart of the swamp, disaster struck. Their car sputtered and died, leaving them stranded in the darkness with no way to call for help. With a sinking feeling in the pit of their stomachs, they realized that they were at the mercy of whatever lurked in the shadows, waiting to claim them as its next meal. As the night wore on and the darkness closed in around them, the group of friends huddled together in fear, their eyes darting nervously at the slightest rustle in the underbrush. They knew that they had to find a way out of the swamp before it was too late, but the thick fog and the dense undergrowth made it impossible to see more than a few feet in front of them. And then, just as they were beginning to lose hope, they heard a soft whisper in the darkness, like the rustle of leaves on the wind. With a sense of dread gnawing at their insides, they realized that they were being hunted, that the Southern Cannibal was closing in on them, ready to claim them as its next victims. With no time to spare, they set off into the darkness, their footsteps echoing through the silent swamp as they raced to escape the clutches of the cannibal that lurked in the shadows. But no matter how fast they ran, they could not outrun the hunger that drove their pursuer, a hunger that threatened to consume them all. As the group of friends reached the edge of the swamp, they thought they had finally escaped the clutches of the Southern Cannibal. But as they turned to catch their breath, they realized with horror that they were not alone, that the cannibal was closing in on them, its eyes gleaming with hunger in the darkness. With a cry of terror, they turned and fled into the darkness, their hearts pounding in their chests as they raced through the trees. But the cannibal was relentless, its twisted appetites driving it ever closer to its prey. And then, just as all hope seemed lost, they stumbled upon an old, abandoned cabin hidden deep in the heart of the swamp. With no other options left, they rushed inside and barred the door, praying that it would hold against the onslaught of the cannibal that lurked outside. But as they huddled together in the darkness, they knew that their fate was sealed, that they were doomed to become the next victims of the Southern Cannibal, their screams echoing through the swamp as they were consumed by its insatiable hunger. And as the night closed in around them, they knew that they would never escape the darkness that lurked within the shadows of the southern backwoods,